Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out XLM's price chart, and I'm going to tell you why I think we may see another move on the upside very soon. You see, if you remember, in the previous update we were right around here, and the idea was that this is most likely, excuse me, an A, B, C zigzag, and odds are you are going to see probably a continuation of this move down in order to take the lowest low all the way down here about 25.5 cents, and I said we may go a bit lower than that. And back then we talked about this specific structure which looked a hell of a lot like a 1 2 3 4, followed by that another move down into wave 5, and now I think we can all agree that this was actually the end of our wave 4, followed by a rather strong impulse on the downside into our wave 5. Question is, can we argue some sort of a low is in? Now, the reason for why right now I would like to say some sort of a low and not our final low is because I honestly do not see a whole lot of structures to have a decent analysis on what is happening in here. But what I can tell you is this: sure, we don't have a lot of structures. However, having said that, in the short term, even with this specific move on the upside, I think we are able to identify some optimistic side. But before I get your hopes up that much, let me talk to you about this. I believe there is a chance that in XLM we may have a head and shoulder structure, and in the next, I don't know, maybe like 12 to 24 hours, you may see a move on the downside. And what can be a likely target for that move? You need to measure the height of your pattern from here to about this point, and then put this thing at your breaking point. This is giving you like a 25.8, 25.7 cents XLM. Now, this pattern, do not get me wrong, at the moment at least is not confirmed yet. When will it get confirmed? When we get a move down in order to go under the neckline, followed by that a pullback, and then a continuation of the move down. And the moment that in that phase we take this low, you can say, you know what, this is actually going to play out, and we are at least in the next 12 hours probably headed lower. Now, here's a very important point. After this move down, I think you may see yet another move on the upside. Why is that? Okay, let's zoom in more. Maybe it's best to go on 15-minute chart. And again, I want to be very clear. I think I should say this in every single video. In my own times, I rarely go on such lower time frames, but you know, this is for the sake of educational purposes, so I'm thinking it's fine. This can be a wave 1 followed by a correction for wave 2, probably to about here, 5 wave up, 1 2 3 4 5 into wave 3. What do we have? I'm gonna guess if you go on some lower time frames, for example in a chart that you have better candlesticks, this is probably going to be a triangle for 4, and then another move up into wave 5. And if we do get a move down in the short term, that's probably going to be into a C leg of an A, B, C. I'm going to say potentially an expanded flat. And what's going to happen next? Okay, you basically have in the short term 5 up followed by a correction down. Well, this is a bit of a bullish setup, suggesting after this is over, you are going to see yet another 1 2 3 4 5 wave on the upside. Now, this is the key point, and I need you to pay full attention. Even if we get this move up, I need you to be careful and patient in XLM and not jump into any unnecessary bullish conclusions. And sure, I do actually have a very compelling argument for the final low to be in right around here. But again, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, I need to see some more structures in this area in order to have a decent understanding of what is happening. All I can tell you is this: in the next 24 hours, we may see a move on the upside, but before that, maybe like a move down. But then after it, I'm not at the moment at least sure what is going to happen. And when we get this move, we are going to make new updates and see what is happening. For now, let's focus on this phase and see what is going to be in play. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XLM's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.